I was getting all the kids up, ready for school this morning.
Okay.
I went in there like I've been doing. Went in there to get him up, and I see blood everywhere.
At 7 a.m. in Veal, Indiana, police responded to a residence after receiving a report that a child had allegedly been severely injured by rats.
Hello.
I walked in and found him this morning.
Same one too. Start another card in supervisor.
You guys are crying all night long. I've been up.
Yeah, that doesn't happen when a baby not make a sound. What?
I'm gonna take them out.
No, they need to stay here for right now. So you're saying you didn't have a mark on him when he went to bed?
No marks on him at all.
No mark at all. We
Yeah.
laid him down. He was happy as could be. He fell asleep. We came in here to watch some TV.
What time was that?
We put him to bed at what?
It was about 8.
About 8. And then we just came in here. We haven't heard anything since then. I mean, he was supposed to be at one time around like 10 or 11. But I went in there and I gave him his body.
What's your name?
My name's Delana Thurman.
Police identified a 25-year-old woman, Delana Thurman, described as the injured infant's aunt, and the mother of 2 other children living in the home. Shortly afterward, paramedics arrived on scene.
He's got marks all over him and his fingers are like chewed off. I don't know what happened. They said it wasn't like that. Didn't hear him make a sound all night.
When I checked on him and gave him his bottle.
I've been having a rat problem here, but I've got traps everywhere. I've got bait box set everywhere. I've tried as best I can.
If that doesn't happen and him not make a sound all night.
Yes, you need to sit down and
I know, but I'm sorry. Let's go get you checked out. How about that?
Police also identified a 31-year-old man, David Schonabaum, who had called 911 after allegedly discovering his 6-month-old child in a bassinet covered in blood.
I can't go with my son.
No, not right now. You can sit down. Go ahead. Yes, there's 4 other children. What'd that look like? You saw them? Yeah, exactly. And they're like, oh, you didn't make a sound all night.
After gathering enough initial information, the first officer handed the case over to another officer who had just arrived.
Mom and Dad get the rest. I can't talk to those people. I'm gonna lose it.
I guess.
Here you go.
Which one's the dad?
David. The one guy, the mom, kid.
All right. Hey, David.
That officer then led David outside and read him his Miranda rights before beginning a series of questions.
You understand your right? Okay. Can you tell me what is going on this morning? I put him to bed last night at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Heard him fuss a little bit about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Gave him a bottle, which is absolutely normal. He was great.
Okay.
I was getting all the kids up, ready for school this morning.
Okay.
I went in there like I've been doing. Went in there to get him up, and I see blood everywhere.
Segment details not provided.
When I got him up, I was like, okay, where's the blood coming from? I worked for AMR for a while.
Okay.
I was like, where's the blood coming from? You know, said, did he have a nosebleed? Did he have an ear bleed? I noticed the amount of blood, and I see his fingers. And I see that his fingers look like they've been chewed. All right. And
Okay, what does he sleep in? Like a crib or?
he has a bassinet.
A bassinet?
Bassinet that's on that like stands up, off the floor.
Okay.
And it's in a corner of the room. Never had any issues.
So you think the dog was chewing on his fingers?
No. We have a rat problem here. I've been trying to get rid of them. I've got Terminex here. I've got bait blocks. I've got traps.
Okay.
All set. And it's like...
Okay. Can you show me the bassinet? Or if you need to take a minute, do you smoke cigarettes or anything?
I do.
You do? Do you want a cigarette? Yeah, the mom's in there with the children.
That's my aunt.
That's your aunt?
His aunt, I mean.
Okay.
My wife's at crossboy right now.
Okay.
David, who lives in the home with his wife, 28-year-old Angel Schonabaum, explained that his spouse was away at the time of the incident. Investigators noted that the child had suffered over 50 bite marks, with some injuries so severe that multiple bones in his hands were exposed. The police report described the injuries as nearly fatal and mentioned that the child required a blood transfusion due to extensive blood loss. Shortly after, another officer led the team inside for a closer look at the home's alarming condition.
Where you were sleeping?
Yes.
The big dog was with you, right?
Yeah, big dog's in there and little dog's in the kennel.
You said you were there? Yeah. You were there last night?
Yep. I've been working on cleaning.
And you'll have access to all my expenses.
Yeah, little dog's in there right now. Little dog is in the kitchen. Big dog's in the office room. The door stays open at night. This is where he was. No.
So this is where you normally sleep?
This is where I normally sleep, yes.
I haven't used it in a minute, so I don't know how good it is right now, but we're about to see. Not too bad. Since I've been on first shift, I haven't had to use it at all.
Investigators located the bassinet in which the infant was allegedly found and continued their examination.
Most problems I have with rats are in this closet.
In this closet? And that's adjacent to their room?
As the house tour continued, an officer entered the kitchen where the unsanitary conditions appeared even worse.
All this was very little dog. The old stove, well, kind of old stove right there. Hey, wall unit. Had a whole
Just a little dog quits freaking out.
Hey, chill out. Get out of your way here.
Oh, you're good. I'm just trying to stay out of y'all's way.
Yeah. I had everything.
You have guns in the house?
I've got pellet rifle. So I got pellet rifle, crossbow, pellet pistol, and crossbow. So, and then I got a pellet gun. So that's just a BB pellet rifle. Yeah. I stay in here and this door's locked. Are we trying?
What, is this a closet over here?
Where? I'm sorry.
The door that's next to the back door?
Oh, no, that goes to the basement.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys ever go down there?
Investigators then focused on a door that was partially blocked by trash. However, this did not prevent officers from inspecting the area.
see. Want me to go down there first and just see?
Little dog food in the kitchen.
Guess I should. If I can even open it.
Down at the bottom of the stairs, there's a switch.
There's a switch here at the top, and there's like 2 or 3 others.
There's it right here.
Or is it
No,
inside?
it's right up.
Yeah, there's tons of rat down here. Yep.
Pool table down there, dark.
Alright. I hit enough cobwebs already. I'm not going any further.
You're a short guy.
I know.
Tall guy catches all of them.
Maybe I need to go lower.
Hey, Donnie.
No, I see that bait block over there, but I haven't seen any traps.
Big block, where's that?
It look, I think that's one right by the bottom of the stairs right there. I think that is.
I just want to stay walk through. Okay.
Yep. No problem.
He said that's where you wear them when they got them out. They changed
Some of this actually looks somewhat fresh too, so.
I'm just not seeing any traps.
The only thing I can see is that thing right there. I didn't see anything else.
At the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah,
I think that's what that is.
that's a bait block.
It says Terminex, yeah.
As far as any other traps, I haven't seen any.
We said the main rat problem is in that closet next to the room where the child sleeps. Who else sleeps in that room?
He does.
He does, but he didn't last night.
Okay,
last night,
all right,
but
that's
yeah,
it,
where
okay.
he sleeps.
David later told police that a pest control company had treated the house multiple times. The company had reportedly noted months earlier that the presence of trash will attract rodents. Following this information, an officer returned upstairs.
There's one there. There's one behind the couch. I have one in the bathroom.
But they're all gone now, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. And we've had that issue, and I said something about it, and she said that they will drag themselves away from the trap, or drag the trap with them, or chew off whatever to get away from the traps. Because, I mean, I'm on my second set of traps. They just I don't know if they're all that.
They've been coming for how long?
They've been here for probably 5-6 months. I've been having Terminex here.
When's the last time Terminex did a?
It would have been the beginning of August.
Okay.
So I've got it in text out here because they text me every time they come.
No, yeah, I mean that's all. That'll be on the record. We're just, yeah. If they're coming out and do, I don't know anything about rats or how to prevent them.
I don't. Yeah, I've never had that issue till here. I really have.
How long have you lived here?
I lived here for 4 years and I didn't have a rat issue till last year.
Your sister said your dog got one last month.
He had one.
All right.
And
About how long?
Last 6 months I've had Terminex out here. I've got him on a monthly schedule.
And then is this your DCS worker? Do you have a case?
Here's my DC yes, we're ongoing.
When's the last time he's been at the house? Like,
it would have been, I don't know when he was here last.
yeah.
I know we have Madeline
Comes.
Madeline comes out twice a week.
Okay.
So we've got 2 workers with Madeline come out twice a week.
Madeline.
Yeah, and she was just here Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
So.
Were they aware of the issue? I mean, I assume.
Yeah, Madeline is aware. Yes.
Okay.
I would never guess this issue.
Well, I mean.
Mice eat cheese and.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
No.
I don't know anything about them.
No, I don't either.
No,
I'm not saying I wouldn't have guessed. Like I said,
I've never.
I mean, if I've seen one, if I saw one, I'm just saying, everyone's got their own. Obviously, you can't just up and move or whatever. So, I mean, if you see a rat.
David confirmed that he has an ongoing case with the Department of Child Services, which has been active since 2022, with a third-party family preservation service visiting the home twice a week. Later, he was taken to an interview room, where detectives pressed him for further details.
And then I usually stay up and play with him a little bit, make him bottle, snuggle him, and because he's my little buddy. And I put him into bed. It was right around 8 o'clock when I put him to bed.
Is that typical?
Yes. He'd had green beans last night before.
And where does he sleep?
He sleeps in my room in a stand-up
That bassinet?
Yeah.
Okay, anybody else sleep in that room with you?
Usually me and Angel are in there.
Okay. Well, with Angel being gone, anybody else sleep in there last night?
No.
Just you two?
Just, I wasn't even in there last night.
Okay, you slept on the couch right last night?
I was up till 3 this morning trying to clean and work on the house some. She's supposed to be coming home tomorrow evening. So, I'm trying to be a good husband and make sure the house is clean for her. So, you know, she's coming home to a clean house.
And I know I heard bits of a conversation with Delana, but so at some point so you're in bed at 3 on the couch.
Around 10:30, he cried and she made him a bottle and took it into him and he was fine. She said.
He cried at 10:30?
Yeah, it was right 10:30, 11 o'clock he cried, and she went in there, took him a bottle, and he was perfectly fine. And he's not one to wake up in the middle of the night, so.
He's a solid sleeper during the night usually?
Very.
Okay, so
he's a very quiet baby. He does not cry much. He only cries if he's hungry or if he's changed.
So let's move to so any other problems or now after he goes to bed, cries at 22:30, 10:30. Delaney takes a bottle. Is any other peeps out of during the night?
Nothing. I haven't heard him. I've run vacuum and stuff. Off and on, didn't hear him.
Okay. Do you remember if the
doors open? All doors were open.
Okay, so even while you're vacuuming, the door was open?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So you don't know if Delana didn't shut the door when she went in there at 10:30 to feed him, after she fed him, didn't shut the door, anything like that?
I did some vacuuming and stuff. Our vacuum is pretty quiet, not super noisy or nothing. Like I said, he sleeps through a lot. He can be in the same room, I can vacuum and he'll stay asleep. He's very sound.
David claimed he had been cleaning the home for hours the previous night, though his account did not seem consistent with the home's overall condition. The detective continued questioning the 31-year-old.
I'm not sure if I've told him about the rats.
But the rats are obviously distinguishable from the mice, because they're much bigger.
Yes. And
are these very large rats?
Yeah, I mean, they're about yay long.
That's about a foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've actually, I've got BB gun that sits in the the bathroom.
You
I
shot
shot them before in the bathroom with the BB gun.
Do you feel like your kids are safe in that house with all those rats? I mean, obviously we found out today they're not.
No, after today, I really don't.
Have you before today, did you have concerns about?
I didn't, because I thought rats, they ate mice, they ate trash, you know. I never would ever dream that they go after something live. You know, I've never dreamed it. You know.
One thing I asked you when I first got there on scene was about your open DCS cases.
Mm-hmm.
And you currently have an open DCS case about the cleanliness of your home, right?
Yes, sir.
And when was the last time they were over?
Madelinger is who we go through for the DCS case.
Okay.
And they were there Saturday or Sunday. I want to say it was Saturday.
And that's a he with DCS?
No. Well, DCS is our ongoing casework.
Okay, ongoing. Magdalena's an agency that comes in?
Yes, is the agency that DCS uses.
Okay.
And we did this all voluntarily.
Right.
You know, because, you know, when we talked to DCS, he goes, I can open a case. He said, or you can do voluntary services. And we did voluntary services.
Okay. I know they give you those options sometimes.
You know.
So, but specifically it was about the open DCS case, it was about the cleanliness of your home.
Yeah, and organization skills.
Okay. So, when I walk in your home today, and I look in the kitchen is just trashed. I mean, there's trash everywhere.
Dog's been there for a couple hours.
You know.
But the kitchen, you know, the rest of the house I got picked up. You know, I picked up last night, was cleaning and stuff.
Right.
And, you know, kids, they get toys out everywhere. But the kitchen, I've been working on remodeling. Like, there was a pile of the mice droppings and stuff that was in front of the oven. The old oven, when I pulled it out, that's where that came from. So I just started remodeling on the kitchen.
Okay.
Next, the detective decided it was time to be frank with David.
Do you see the direct correlation? Because there is one. There's a direct correlation between the cleanliness of your house and the presence of the rats. Direct correlation. And when you allow it to get in such condition where it's not clean, that's basically a breeding ground for rats. That's, you know, because you keep the house clean and picked up, and those things that attract rats, you know, I mean, you can keep a real clean house and get bugs in. I understand that. I mean, there's certain times of the year I've got black ants in my home. I mean, you can have all sorts of problems. I mean, it's just, you know, insects get in homes. There's no doubt about that. But there's a direct correlation with the condition in your home and the rat problem. And, I mean, do you understand that?
I didn't realize that. You know, I knew, you know, the mice were, you know, I understood. But when, you know, I was kind of talking to Terminex lady and stuff, she's like, it's the neighborhood, she said, I got houses in this neighborhood, she goes, that I treat, she goes, house can be spotless and there's rats.
Right. And I understand that as well. I mean,
dirty, she goes, there's rats.
Right.
She goes, they come up to the sewers, they come up to the pipes, she goes, this area is just, she goes, horrible.
David stated that he didn't realize the home's condition could attract rats just before the detective revealed the full extent of the problem.
I mean, and, you know, his fingers were nearly chewed off. You know that? And dangling the bone, you could see the bone.
I literally did. I just seen that's where the blood was coming from. I didn't know what else to do but call.
Yeah, you did the right thing.
I work on it. I used to work for AMR.
Right.
But there's a difference between working on someone else and working on your own kid.
Oh, wow, yeah. I could imagine.
And
look, Ms. Schonabaum, I've worked a lot of cases where parents intentionally harm their children, throw them up against walls, beat them with items, punch them, do horrible things to their children. Okay, and that's not the case here. But your home is unlivable. It is for children. They shouldn't be living in your home, and they're not going to be, because it's just, we don't want this to happen to another child.
I don't want it to happen to another child.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right. And the thing is, the other children can escape these rats. you're laying in a, it's not like he can stand up and crawl out and get away from him. He's trapped.
I've never had this issue with other kids.
David was charged with neglect of a dependent resulting in serious injury and 2 additional counts of neglect. He was found guilty by a jury and sentenced to 16 years in prison, though he has since filed an appeal. Angel was also charged in the case. She pleaded guilty to 1 count of neglect of a dependent and received a 4-year sentence, with credit for 1 year served, along with probation for the remainder of her term. Additionally, another individual, Thena, pleaded guilty to 2 counts of neglect of a dependent and was sentenced to 2 years of probation,